how much I love Journey Spice. Journey Spice, non-GMO, no salt, no sugar, just all sorts of goodness and smart, environmentally friendly packaging. Pinch the top, take it off. Food tastes better. Comes in singles, 2-packs, and 4-packs. It's Journey Spice. Find them at Amazon.com. Time for Denver's best sports talk with the Altitude Daily.
This is the Altitude Daily Podcast. Everything you can't miss from today on Altitude Sports Radio. Mosher, Lombardi, and Kane.
If you watched the game last week, they had a few deep shots where guys are wide open and it just missed. I'm assuming you've seen at least one or two of those plays that were missed last week. Is there any chance that a wide receiver did something wrong, or is that a quarterback just missing the throw?
I mean, you can look at the situation and say, oh, the receiver could have ran faster, but when does that usually happen? I mean, they're giving it their all. So, I mean, when those mishaps happen, it's usually the quarterback overthrowing them, right? Or maybe the receiver could have came out faster, but I mean, who knows? At the end of the day, it's the receiver and the quarterback not on the same page. And so, in order to hit throws, what I used to do with my quarterback, if we're missing in the game, then after practice, I'm going to run that route at least 3 or 4 times until we connect on it in the game. And so they definitely need to start doing that after practice and just working on that chemistry and gaining that chemistry. So when it's clutch time, they make those plays.
Emmanuel, if anything, in today's game, it should be easier because the rules have changed. I recall a particular game, I think it was against the Rams, Emmanuel, where you ran a sideline pattern and you got absolutely tattooed. You remember the play, right? You remember the play. Peyton set you up and you got tattooed. You won't get tattooed like you did in the old days today.
Right, 100%. And Vic, how the hell are you going to bring up that play as if I don't?
Because you caught the ball, man. You were a madman. The reason I bring it up is because you were able to catch the ball, and I know you were hurt.
Oh, 100%. Shoot, the ref threw his hat on me and everything. I don't know how I remember that play because I probably shouldn't remember that play. But you want to know it's crazy. Every time I'm walking through the airport or I'm out somewhere, somebody walk up and be like, oh, Emmanuel, man. Bye. And I think they'll talk about the Super Bowl and they say, man, how did you survive that hit versus the Rams? So nobody ever lets me forget that hit. You know what I mean? But
Because you just said it, because very rarely does a guy run that pattern and end up with the ball. Most of the time, the ball becomes jarred loose, so I give you full credit for catching that damn ball.
No, it's I mean, the game has definitely changed, but do I like the game now? No, I don't really like the game now. I'll still play in the days where, when I came into the league in 2010 and the refs were allowing us to play, because at the end of the day, I love football and I love aggressive football. But I understand why they changed the rules up these days. So, I'm not a fan of it, but I am a fan of the NFL and how they're making plays and how these guys are making plays. So it is what it is.
The Altitude Daily, the morning sprint.
My man KJ always wants to talk about when we're going to see this Joker. When is Sean Payton fully going to embrace? Like, this is why we brought Evan Engram here. So now we're going to put him in a bunch of different positions to try to get an advantage on this defense. Am I going to see that tonight?
I hope so. But the problem with Evan Engram to this point, including training camp, is that he hasn't been available to build that camaraderie, to build that trust between he and Bo Nix. Even I don't know, training camp just seemed different. And what I don't know about Evan Engram right now is because of the state of his injuries, whether it's soft tissue injuries, I don't know if he's a really good route runner creating separation at this stage of his career, not fully healthy, against man coverage. And that's all he saw in training camp, because he was going against the Denver Broncos defense that plays right now in the National Football League the 4th highest percentage of man coverage.
Is that right?
But I think he's really good against zones, and that's why the game against the Chargers, I was talking about it all week. The guy that needs to have a game is Evan Engram, because he is built to throw it short in those voided areas in zones, in zone coverage, and then let him go turn up in his shadow and get good run after catch.
What do you think? Listen, I think the response from the Cincinnati Bengals is going to be impressive, even without Joe. It's why you've made me nervous about Jake Browning, and I've been nervous about Cincinnati.
You remember when I made everybody nervous about the Colts?
Yeah. Yeah.
That was weird. Wasn't
Yeah,
it?
man.
Guy's
See,
an idiot.
you got to stop doing that. You're making.
Yeah.
I come in excited, and then I'm like, oh, you know what? They might lose this game now.
But what do they try to call me at times about football? An analyst. I'm supposed to analyze
break
what I
this
see.
stuff down. Right.
Right. And there are some things that, hey, if the Broncos turn over Jake Browning and lean into the run game and are able to get J.K. Dobbins going, Bo Nix is feeling a little bit more balanced. They're going to win this game by a couple touchdowns, no doubt.
That's what everybody keeps telling me. And
But
I
if
guess
they
that's
don't
what makes
turn
me
over
most
Jake
nervous.
Browning or they don't sack him and they get the ball out of his hands like Daniel Jones was getting that ball out of his hands against the Broncos, and you're throwing it to T. Higgins and you're throwing it to Jamar Chase, and Trey Hendrickson's getting after you on third down and long. Yeah, this is the furthest thing in my eyes from an 100% clear win for the Broncos. Like, you got to have to play good. You have to play good football.
The Altitude Daily. Columbus, Hastings, and DMAC.
Kevin, it sounds like you are at least still optimistic about Bo Nix from a few of the comments that you just had, but I am curious, you're around the league. You cover different teams every single week. What do you think the thought is around the league right now on Bo Nix's performance early in the season?
I think there are probably 25 teams that wish they had him, maybe
Really?
more. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yes. Are you kidding me? I mean, you take away the Jacksons and the Allens, the Mahomes, and the other Herberts and Burrow when he's healthy, and you take away Stafford. Like, so you get by all those names. Love probably, maybe Dak in Dallas. I don't know, but I mean, you get outside that, and teams that are looking for a quarterback that they can build on. I think that there's not a team that is in that mode that wouldn't take Bo in a heartbeat. He is into it. He is a study freak. He is fully invested. He's got leadership skills. He's a realist. He's working for a demanding coach. I would never, ever minimize what Sean puts on these offensive players' iPads. I think he asks this offense, and I think he's asking his young quarterback to do a lot. And the quarterback doesn't seem to blink. I think he's his own man. I think he can stand up for himself, as we've seen. I think he's checking all the boxes. And for all the teams in the league that need a quarterback, and I don't know how many you want, you can go right down the list and start knocking them out, I think all of those teams would take Bo in a second. And I think the head coach, when he made the choice with George Payton in the front office as the GM, I think they knew exactly what they were getting. And I don't know. We're less than a month into this season. We're right at a month into the year. We're not even a quarter of the way through the year for this team because they've only played the 3 games. And I just think that they've got a lot to look forward to. And I think that this is one area where they can just say, there's going to be growing pains. We've seen them. But I think there's enough there that people would say, that's the guy. That he may not have the measurables of a 6'6" Herbert or whoever else you want to of Allen, but he's got everything that you want in your quarterback. And I just think from afar looking in, from the outside looking in, that there are very few teams that are in need of a quarterback or even questioning who they've got right now that wouldn't grab Bo in a heartbeat.
The Altitude Daily. Kretman and Lindahl.
Here we go. Drinking game time. Andy, let's start with the officiating. It's been a little bit of an issue for the Broncos, one of the most penalized teams in the entire NFL. Should you hear holding on Garrett Bowles?
Holding offense, number 72.
Yeah,
Although he hasn't really been the problem.
No, face mask. He's gotten one of those. He's held a face mask, but he hasn't held outside the shoulder pads.
Let me do this.
Yeah?
I'm going to change it up.
Oh, okay.
And I wish I'd have known because I'd have told Spring, get this in the can for next week just in case. If there's a
live
penalty,
production meeting on air.
If there's a penalty on Adam Troutman. Drink. Because he's been the bigger offender than your boy Garrett Bowles.
That's true.
So it's now an Adam Troutman penalty.
Well,
have a beverage.
We'll keep Bowles on there, but we'll add
yeah.
any penalty on Adam Troutman.
Dude, they don't have any rushers for him to hold, right? Shamar Stewart's out. They've only got their guy,
Trey Hendrickson.
Yeah.
I sure hope so. Trent Sherfield, clean sheet since the opener, but still we haven't forgotten him.
Holding, offense number 5. 10-yard penalty, first down.
Oh, you got a Sherfield, but you didn't get a Troutman, huh?
And you're at home.
So you know what shouldn't happen.
But let's not get McFlinchy.
McGlinchey. Well, start. Offense number 69. 5-yard penalty. It's been a rough first quarter for the right tackle.
What a great call you found, Spring. He made our guy Harlan flinchy. Whoa.
Oh my goodness. 69 yards.
Harlan, by the way, on the Westwood One call tonight, but we don't get him on television. If you want to turn up Altitude Sports Radio 90, well, actually,
we can't
we
carry
don't have
that
game,
game.
do we?
Yeah.
That's right.
This is one we can't carry. Yeah.
I forgot about stupid contractual obligations.
Could we have
69 points?
The Dolphins game? No, I think we.
Yeah, it's on AM 950 right now.
Oh, is it?
But you don't want to listen
so we
to
are
that.
carrying it?
You don't want to listen to that right now.
Was there a read or something on that big whiteboard I should have been looking at? Was that part of the 11 games?
It is.
11.
Yes, the 11.
It goes to 11.
The big 11. Yeah, we were.
I remember 11.
We were game number 2 of the 11.
That's right.
That's right.
You guys
Ralston
were great.
Valley.
Someone else thought that game was the number 2 as well. Not us. Not Ralston Valley.
2.
Yeah.
I think it was our 3 to 4 co-hosts that didn't enjoy that one too much. Andy, if Bo Nix should fail to connect on a deep ball tonight,
drink.
Yeah.
That's right.
Brutal.
If our buddy Troy Aikman, who's on the call tonight, if I call this the smirk giggle. That's a giggle through a smirk right there from Troy Aikman.
Nah, we won't get one of. If he gives us one of those,
something's really gone wrong.
I can't even imagine what's happened. I don't even Sean Payton is fighting somebody at that point. Sean Payton has Bo Nix down in a reverse chokehold.
Yeah.
You've been listening to the Altitude Daily. Catch us live weekdays on 92.5 FM, the Altitude Sports Radio app, twitch.tv/AltitudeSR, youtube.com @Altitude Sports Radio, and your favorite smart speaker. Say Altitude Sports Radio.